Hello, my name is Steve Hauntz. I'm a full-time attorney, part-time economist. I love economics. It explains everything. We can place a value on anything from a human life to a broken heart. I'm going to use economics and mathematics to solve some of life's greatest mysteries. Why are beautiful young women so difficult to deal with? Why do old men manage to hook up with young women? Why does it all change at age 40? I'm going to explain it to you using economics. Now, we use graphs. X-axis, Y-axis. And I'm going to start with the principle that a woman's value to a man is determined by how beautiful she is. And a man's valuable to a woman is determined by how much money he makes. So we know some simple things. For men, we'll start at age 20, 30, 40. And this will be income. We know that men start their careers learning low income, and that as time goes by, that income generally tends to go up. It's not true of every man every time, but generally this is true. The income goes up over time, usually doesn't go down. It's linear. I don't think there's much dispute to this. Now here's the part that might raise some hackles. A woman's value to a man, to most men, is a function of her beauty. So let's see if we can do that, use economics. We'll use the x-axis for age, but rather than using dollars here, what we'll substitute is beauty. There's different ways to quantify that, and we can argue about it, but there are some things that we generally know. Women look their best in their earlier years, probably 25. So we'll call that a maximum. There's some upward movement until they hit 25. Now we also know that as time goes by, for women, that's what we're talking about, beauty will go down. You're not as attractive when you're 100 as you were when you were 20. So we know the maximum, and we know that as you move on, that it will decline. So we don't know exactly what the slope of the graph is, but it's something like this. Now, what does this tell us when we overlay these graphs? I maintain that this is a relative distribution of power. In the early ages, when a man is making little money and a woman is at her maximum beauty, a woman has an advantage. She can push guys around if that's what she wants to do. She can call the shots. She's the queen. But we know other things are going to happen over time. A woman's beauty is going to be declining at the same time a man's income is rising. Some point the graphs are going to intersect. That's this point, the point of equilibrium. Probably around 38. When the balance of power between a man's income and a woman's beauty is equal. But as time goes on, a man is becoming more valuable because his income goes up at the same time that a woman's beauty is decreasing. So what we can do is the balance of power has changed, and we can check it on any point on the graph. Men have power past 40. Under 40, especially around 25, women have power. And we can calculate the differential in power this way. So how does an old man wind up marrying a beautiful young woman? We know it happens all the time, but what's the math behind that? On a man's income level, you've got, take any point X. We'll take 40. Track back. Where that line intersects is around 30, is a man with substantial income is likely to go back and find a woman that is at this point on the beauty scale. If a man's income is atypical and his income goes up a lot, the Bill Gates style, can have anyone you want. So I hope this was helpful. I think that it's genuinely true.